Hello, my name is Austin White. I'm 22 and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. This is my audience, Eliza, today.
Hi.
And as most of you may know, Detroit, Michigan has been going through some struggles, especially economically in the past 10 years. And I decided one day that I was going to give back to the community. So me, as well as Channel 7 News and a bunch of other volunteers, decided to clean up the streets of Detroit and tear down some abandoned houses in our communities. And what brought me to do this was I was sitting on the couch watching TV, and I was watching the news, and I saw on Channel 7 that they were gathering people together to help clean up the streets. So I figured, what better way to help give back to my community than to help clean up and give kids a place to play, and as well as families a place to gather in our communities. And so doing this, I think, is going to abandon some of the most dangerous parts of the city of Detroit, because in those abandoned houses a lot of crime happens. There's a lot of safety hazards, so it's unsafe to have your children outside sometimes, because there's these abandoned houses that aren't only eyesores to the community but also have hazards you have to look out for. And it also really, for outside people who aren't from the city of Detroit, who can't see the true beauty in it, having all these abandoned homes makes it look like a ghost town. It makes it look like a rundown city that isn't taken care of. And I think all of this helped fuel my passion for changing that. And I think it was so strong when there's a group of people coming together to help a community that's obviously in need. And by doing that, we tore down a few houses on a block that now the city is making into parks and community gardens. So now kids will have a safe place to go play, and these families are going to have a place to go and grow some food, or experiment with gardens, just like any family would love to. And I think that part of the problem was the economic downfall in the city of Detroit had a lot of its inhabitants move out, because 2 out of the 3 auto industries in Detroit that are major job suppliers went bankrupt. So obviously they lost thousands and thousands of jobs. People were out of work. Unemployment was at a high. And on top of that, our mayor was involving himself in corrupt business deals and to line his own pockets, which was taking the money from the people in Detroit itself. So the people who did stay around and stick around in Detroit, who didn't lose their job through the auto industry, were getting money that they deserved taken from them by our own government. So it's just all these negative things were happening, and something needed to change, in my opinion. So I decided to stand up and be a part of this change. Also, Detroit, due to all this economic downfall and people moving out of the city, crime has really skyrocketed, and that makes these abandoned houses even more dangerous, because there's more people committing crimes, there's more crime happening, and using these places to hide out or to do their crimes in. And that's adding to the negative view of the city of Detroit. And that's what I think that I really wanted to change. And with all those things happening, with all us, when we came together and did that, you could really feel an uplifting feeling in your heart. And I think all of us felt it at that time. And now there's parks where those places used to be, those homes used to be, and there's community gardens that that people are growing their own vegetables out of, making a stronger sense of community. And all in all, I think we helped those families in that community that day by tearing a couple of those houses down. Now, that's still one little step, but if all of us can come together to help those who are less fortunate than us, then I think we could really make a big difference. And that's part of what I did in that situation of kindness, was try to come together and help clean up the streets of Detroit and give kids and families a safe place to congregate and enjoy life. Thank you very much.